Hello everybody, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. Wearing my robe here, I don't need my headphones. This isn't a headphone video. We're going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to scour Reddit, looking for the very most badasses that there are. Because there's a lot of them out there, and we should all be terribly afraid of them. And yes, I'm wearing a bathrobe, and my hair looks like a mess, because a true badass, you see, isn't concerned with what other people think about them. Knowing that, let's go forward. All right. This is attractive to you guys, ? As a person with twice the... let me read it word for word. As a person with twice the amount of masculine hormones compared to other male, singular male, in this sub, yes, she's hot. Sorry if you're female and don't look like her, sad face. I'm a guy, I just don't want a mannequin. Yeah. Right off the bat, this is good. This is real good. Saying, hey, you know what? I have twice the amount of masculine hormones compared to other male, singular male, in this sub. Like, you don't know. You're not a doctor. You don't know what other people's testosterone levels are. Gorilla is very gentle, unless you provoke. Provoke it? Okay. I'd provoke it, bro. I'm a beast. That gorilla wouldn't F with me. I bench 135. Ooh, big man. Without a spotter, bro. Ooh, big man. When I get mad, I just see red and bodies start dropping. I absolutely bet that's the case. I'm an unapologetic alpha male and proud of it. The left is scared to death of me. All right, look, I don't try to get very political. Hardly ever. And, left, right, center, doesn't matter. I'm more hung up on the whole, I'm an unapologetic alpha. If you tell somebody that you're an alpha male, you're probably not an alpha male. Like, if you have to have the testosterone to tell somebody, like, hey, I'm a man. Like, somebody should be able to look at you and be like, hey, that guy's cool. You shouldn't have to tell them that you're a badass. That goes against the point of being a badass, you see. All right, don't know the context of this, but sames. If I'm really angry and in one of my scary psychopath moods, I'll dress up like the Joker and listen to Jekyll and Hyde by Five Finger Death Punch. That way, people know I mean business. It's fun to see the look of fear on all the normies' faces when I let some of my dark side show. Devil emoji, devil emoji. Like, okay, this isn't like you being an alpha male. This is just you being, well, you said it yourself, a psychopath, right? Like... This isn't something to be proud of, man. This isn't something to be proud of, to be like, hey, I'm such a damn psychopath. Like, nothing against Jekyll and Hyde by Five Finger Death Punch. It's a passable song. I like me some 5FDP sometimes. That's not the point. And it's sometimes it's just the fact that this person's like, does he walk around with like a boombox or like play it in his car with the crappy bass as high as it'll go, just glaring at people, just like this with his Joker makeup on? Like, I wouldn't talk to that person. And I mean, that way I would know he meant business, but that's a very specific way of trying to project the sort of image that you want to project. And I don't think that's the sort of image you want to project, my dude. Look out, boys, when my daughter is a woman grown, all right, she will know how to kill you in at least 6 ways. She will know your pressure points. She will know where your arteries are. Well, I mean, if she takes biology at some point in high school, she'll know where some of the arteries are. Yeah, that's fair. She will know where and how much pressure to apply. The blade to them. Oh, she's just shanking folks now. Okay. She'll learn how to cap you in the face at point blank range, even if you try to restrain her. If she's scared to do it herself, don't worry, because her daddy, her psychopath father, will happily help. Make sure you never see the light of day again. So when you take my little girl on a date, just know you're dealing with one who is stronger and far wiser than you. My daughter will be the most savage, brutal, yet fair and beautiful being Earth has seen in centuries. Okay, don't talk about how pretty your daughter's going to be if you're going to be a psychopath every time she brings a guy home to go on a date. She's not going to like you if you're this sort of like overprotective psychopath. And furthermore, quit trying to like project your insecurities onto your daughter, because it's funny to a point, the whole well, I'm going to be cleaning my shotgun when my daughter goes on her first date. Like, it's funny once, you know, it's kind of like a passing joke, like, hey, you better be careful with her because, yeah, that is your daughter. But this goes like 2 or 3 levels beyond that. Like, this is somebody who has clearly never had any repercussions for the things that he says because he just talks at random. Either that or it's on the internet here and he just thinks he can say whatever he wants to say because you know what? Who's gonna stop him? It's internet anonymity, the best kind of anonymity. Just say whatever comes to your city of blank. I have not been posting in a bit, so I'll give a refresher on me. Like, okay, so immediately I have these images of somebody who has to like perpetually post to make sure that you in fact know that they're a badass and they ain't gonna take no S off you. Okay, cool. Not been posting in a bit, so I'll give a refresher on me. I don't like a good majority of you people in this town. You people, that is some bad phrasing. Most of you won't like me, and guess what? Does that affect me one iota? No question mark. I really just don't care for liars, tweakers, thieves, beggars, and users. Zero tolerance. You will never face me, nor will you fakes ever gain my approval. I protect my own and my property far more than you'd ever even start to think of, and some want to test that? Good luck. It's questionable grammar to begin with. And again, like, I don't understand, like what there's passive aggressive, and then there's like aggressive. There's like here's the line in the sand, you better not cross it, and you're standing there and everybody's looking at you like, who the hell are you even again? Like, I don't know. Maybe crime's a big deal in this city. Maybe this person needs to be their Batman or whatever. But they're just like, there's some things that just don't need to be said, you know? Like, there's some things that you just, like, you don't need to say. Like, who is this serving? All these people who you've listed here, they're not reading this subreddit or reading this Facebook post or wherever it was saying, oh my God, this guy's a hard ass, we better walk around him. If anything, you're putting a bigger target on your back, being one of these people who's like, hey, I'll fight you. Like, I don't know, just give it a rest, dude. I'm a really funny guy who's never serious, but I don't really have some way to vent off anger because of that, and so I will break occasionally. Therapy, my guy, therapy. I highly recommend therapy to anybody who feels even slightly like this. Go get help. Once it happened when a guy started talking some crap about me, and I effing entered a primordial frenzy mode. They had to call the effing cops to stop me and almost had me pay a fine. Oh no, I almost took a swing on a guy and all they were going to do was just ask me to pay a fine, but they were so afraid of me that I just talked my way out of it. I'd have to if cops were even a bit late. Gladly, they arrived really quick and the guy got only several massive bruises and fear of the prey in his eyes. Since then, he never tried to talk about me again. I fractured one of my bones when I missed and smacked a wall, so you can get into a fight with me, and I'll try to strike you. But I'm not real accurate, and I might hit the wall beside you, okay? And you'll just have a few bruises when I'm done, but primordial frenzy mode. Give me a freaking break. Finally got someone to complain in a public place about my cigar smoke, LOL. I've been waiting a long time for that. I gotta hear this. It was awesome, Lamau. What was your response? Laughed, looked at the lady, took another puff and blew it towards her. She just got in her truck with an angry look on her face and drove off. As somebody who likes cigars, there's places you smoke those, okay? And just the good old traditional like adage, just don't be a dick, kind of comes to mind here, okay? Even if you are smoking in a public place or whatever, I mean, as long as you're by yourself, cool, whatever. Somebody comes up and gets in your business when they ain't got a problem being in your business, whatever. But this sounds like you were trying to get somebody this sounds like you lit up in the middle of a Walmart or something. And we're daring somebody to come and say something to you. So you know what? Somebody said something, you sat there, rubbed your little fingers together. Oh boy, all those times I've been practicing in the shower, I got this, boy. Get out of here. I had a guy try mugging me this morning with a tiny pocket knife. So I just reached behind my trench coat and unsheathed my sword, and he immediately pocketed his pocket knife and said he made a mistake targeting me. Lamau, these people, You know, like the kind of person who carries a sword in public. I mean, there's nothing technically wrong with that. You know, one sword keeps another in its sheath or whatever Raiden said in Metal Gear Rising. But I mean, come on, like I've got a very specific picture in my mind, and you probably do too. I respect her parents, but the second her dad tries to scare me by putting a pistola on the table, mine's going right next to it. See, here's an interesting foil to the thing which I had said earlier, but maybe escalation isn't the way to handle it. Because if one alpha male gets out-alphaed by another, then they're going to have this really passive-aggressive standoff until somebody finally has to do something, and somebody's going to get hurt, like irreversibly hurt. And then this is going to sound really stupid when that happens. Yo, anyone else ever notice I look identical to Broly from Dragon Ball Z? Absolutely, dude. You are a spitting image of him. I mean, everything about you. Like, if you had been slightly more cel-shaded, I would have thought you were Broly even without seeing the picture there. Whatever you want to believe. I'm a puma. Stop asking why I'm crazy. I don't ask why you're so stupid. Again, I love these passive-aggressive shirts that are very specific. What is a puma in this context? I did a little searching. I don't know. Maybe puma is just maybe it's like a male equivalent of a cougar. I don't know. I didn't make the shirt. He's a troll. Oh, LOL. Okay, I'm not a troll. I'm just tired of being nice. But not that I ever was. Were you or weren't you, man? I mean, you've been called out here, and then you said I'm not, but I'm also not nice. But I was nice, and that's why I'm like no part of this story checks out, dude. No part of the story checks out. Good point. I've dealt with a few lads like that before, and being assertive but not antagonistic can really throw them. I have a very what? Whatever. I'm usually calm, and that should worry. Oh, I see. It's weird phrasing. I'm unusually calm, and that should worry you kind of approach. As I briefly mentioned, I pride myself on being able to talk my way out of situations. Once two young lads tried to mug me. I was stupidly in a park at night taking a shortcut. They didn't have knives or guns, so I simply asked them, "Lads, have you ever done this before?" And followed up with, "Usually in this scenario, a person would be terrified or defensive. Ask you're safe. Do you feel safe right now?" What? I see what he's trying to say, but he just did an ass way of doing it. Little scroats ran like their life depended on it. Always struck me as in my own little movie moment. Yep, that's exactly what it was. It was a movie moment in your own head because that didn't freaking happen. If the dude she took the chair from can't defend himself against a woman, he doesn't deserve the chair. You probably consider yourself as an alpha male. A real alpha male doesn't worry if he appears alpha. He's just alpha. If you are man who gets pushed around by women and other men, you're a bitch and worthless. No way, bruh. Absolute facts. The only good man in society is one capable of inflicting damage and maintaining control. The only way you could be a man in society is to break stuff and simultaneously keep control of yourself. Do you hear yourself right now? Do you understand what you're saying? Setting the record, I have a master's in North Korea and do karate from Sensei Melp Razorback Dojo. Trained Royal 9 Order of Police Boxer for Amateur 45-15-7. I've won 3 Tough Man competitions and a Amir Tour record regional for fastest knockout. Oklahoma and Wyoming, Arkansas. Was trained for a year by Wild Bill Ash at the wrestling school. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not fake. Don't test me. Thumbs up. Smiley face. 6'9", 260 pounds. Stand in the closet and scream with me. None of that is real. This has got to be one of those times where somebody's being funny here, because ain't no part of that real. That person behind that hockey mask could not believe that they are that freaking cool. Hell was full, so I came back. That's fascinating. That you apparently passed away and here you are again. It's kind of funny, but at the same time, like the way the shirt's designed, like there's like a weird demon face on the background, makes me think that it's not supposed to be funny. I'm supposed to believe that this man was actually in heck, and Satan was like, no, get him out of line, we're at capacity down here. That mean nobody's ever going to hell ever again? Way. I knocked a 6-foot-tall military man on his ass while all trash-talking women who thought that they were badasses could not do it as a group. There are a lot of pretenders. Speak softly, Jim Carrey, a big stick. You don't have to strut around, talk big like badass, just take them by surprise. A big man got knocked on his ass so fast by this quiet, polite, modest women. No one saw it coming. I didn't say I took fighting classes, but the commander did recognize I had some skills and asked me to teach fighting. I don't know who we're talking about. Are you the women here, plural women, that did this? Or are you talking about somebody else? I have a hard time believing that this actually even happened, but, you know, I could be wrong. Voice in my head. Careful not to let your inner demon out, Ember. Again, therapy, therapy, therapy. There's something for that. Therapy. Rules for dating my daughter. Again, this should be good. Get a job. Understand I don't like you. I'm everywhere. I am literally God, and I am omnipresent. If you hurt her, I will hurt you. Be home 30 minutes early. Get a lawyer, because, you know, we might talk legalities at some point. If you lie to me, I will find out. She's my princess, not your conquest. I don't mind going back to jail because I've been to jail before, apparently. Whatever you do to her, I will do to you. Whatever you do to her, I will do to you. All right, I think that's a good place to stop this. I've just wanted to do this because I see this subreddit pop up sometimes, and I just thought I would just do it, you know, because I had some spare time. So thank you very much for watching this. I might do some other stuff like this. Let me know what you thought down in the comments. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you around next time. Bye.